Hello, hello, hello. We are live. I shall just give it a bit of time to see if anybody jumps in nice and early. Okay, doke. I'm going to get started for anyone that's watching the replay. I'd imagine most people will watch the replay. Hey Ben, there's a few things gonna cover in the vlog today. It's the final vlog. It's my first Facebook Live, which is pretty cool. My voice is coming back, so hopefully it won't go by the end of it. But a few things I want to cover. Today is firstly, what was the point in doing the 100 vlogs challenge? If you see me looking down, it's because I've got some notes. What's happened over the 100 days? What's happened in the business? What's happened just in general? What I've learned from the whole experience of doing the 100 vlogs, what I do next time, and the kind of next steps for this page. So, Mum's just joined in. Hey, Mum. So firstly, what was the point in doing the vlog? Well, I've always been a fan of kind of setting goals and then just taking stupid action on them. And one day I was thinking I'd created this Facebook page because I wanted to have an account for creating ads, and I wasn't sure about the types of content that I wanted to share on the page. I didn't really have a content strategy for the page, and so I decided. And I also wanted to get into video and doing vlogs, so I just decided, you know what, let's just try and do 100 vlogs in 100 days. I hadn't read it anywhere, I just decided to go ahead and do it. So I think I waited till the Monday and then did my first vlog, and that was 100 days ago. So I kind of wanted to create an experiment to see what would happen if I just did go and post 100 videos in 100 days, to see what would happen with my Facebook page. Would it grow? Would the reach increase? Would any videos go viral? Would I have time to do it, etc., etc. And they were never meant to be edited, kind of well polished vlogs. I never wanted to kind of promote them by boosting them or anything like that. It was just, I wanted to be a kind of controlled experiment to see what would happen if you just posted 100 videos in 100 days. What would happen to my Facebook page? And so I decided to go for it. And the last kind of, it's crazy to think it's been 100 days now. It's like a third of a year. Christmas is almost here, and loads has happened in the last 100 days. Like, I've moved flat, I've been up to Shetland 3 times, I've spoken at the Turing Festival, my brother's stag do, my mum, who's watching the video just now, killed my MacBook and I got it back. I flew out to Frankfurt to speak there. I've learnt a ton about the business and my vision for the business and the goals for the business. My brother got married, I've spoken in London, I've released my first Facebook advertising course. My new website is being built right now, so that'll be live soon. And I've also just grown a massive love for creating video content now. Just creating content in general, but more specifically video. I think video is definitely going to be my favourite type of content to create going forward. And I can't wait to kind of get started after this 100 days. Well, the 100 days is over, but can't wait to kind of get it going. So loads has happened in the last 100 days, and it's been really cool for me to document that 100 days. It now means it's there forever. I can go back in like 20 years' time and get a snapshot of me as a 22-year-old setting up this business and running this business. So really cool to have all that kind of documented now. So in terms of what I've learned, I've got some notes here on the kind of data side of things for learning. So what happened to the page? Pardon me. So in terms of the page growing, and just a reminder here, I never promoted any of the videos. I did a few tweets. I shared them on LinkedIn a couple of times. I boosted a couple of them, but not a lot of money. And so it was all kind of organic reach that has helped with this. So as I say, it was meant to be kind of a more controlled experiment. I wasn't aiming to get 10,000 page likes or whatever. But in terms of the page growth, on the day I started, I had 238 likes. Yesterday I had 431, so 200 page likes in 100 days, kind of 2 a day. That's not too bad, I would say, for growth in terms of content and the kind of short period of time that it is in the long term thing. The reach of the videos. So it kind of started off at the beginning of August with the vlog, and my reach kind of started up high and it kind of slowly decreased until the end of September. Then I did my most popular video, which was one where I was talking about entrepreneurs and how entrepreneurs like to brag about how much they're working and all that sort of stuff. So that was the most popular video that I ever did, and that was at the end of September. So my reach kind of went down till there. Then there was a big spike, and then it went down again, and then it slowly started to increase. So it was kind of like a down here, spike, down again, and then it slowly started to increase until where we are now. And the kind of level of decrease and the level of increase is pretty nominal. But yeah, that's what happened with the reach. So as I say, the best performing video was my rant about entrepreneurs and how they complain about and how they boast about how often they work. So like working 27 hours a day. That video got about 5,000 people. It reached about 5,000 people organically. So again, in the grand scheme of things, not very many. But for a page that's got probably at the time had about 350 maybe likes. Pretty happy with that. In terms of the number of inquiries or any new clients that I've had as part of the vlogs, I couldn't say that I've necessarily had any clients that have come to me specifically because of the vlogs. Had quite a lot of the number of inquiries on the page has definitely increased, and I've definitely noticed people saying that when they come to me that they've watched some of the videos on Facebook or they found me on Facebook. So there's definitely an element to the business growing or the number of inquiries growing, and the vlogs, it's definitely had a positive impact on that. But in terms of actually giving you a monetary value or saying a specific vlog or these specific blogs have equaled this number of clients, I couldn't give you that, but it's definitely increased. Saying that, perhaps if I did an image a day or if I just did a text update a day, I might have had the same results. I highly doubt it, and I'm not going to test it. I'm not doing a 100-day challenge again. The worst performing video I had out of interest was one I did in September, and that was talking about KPIs. Probably not the most exciting topic to talk about, but an important one nonetheless. I don't have the reach figures or anything for that, but the reach was like a couple of hundred or something. It wasn't a lot at all, and the engagement on it wasn't very much either. I've been asked quite a lot if I ever boosted the vlogs or turned them into ads. I spent about a maximum of £10 on the vlogs and boosting them. I wanted to keep it as a kind of more controlled experiment rather than boosting and promoting things. It's something I'm going to talk about what I've learned and what I'd do differently next time. But in terms of the amount of money I spent, it was nominal, about £10, and that was on days where I maybe uploaded the vlog at a rubbish time, or a particular vlog that I thought was good hadn't had the reach that I expected it to get. Then I'd maybe like shove on £1 for a day, that type thing, just to give it a bit of momentum. In terms of the video views, how many video views I've had, it's pretty much stayed consistent. They've not really increased or decreased. There's probably been a slight increase with more number of people coming onto the page, etc., and liking it, but video views of percentage-wise of video views, they've remained pretty consistent, which is probably to be expected. Perhaps if I would say my vlogs never got better. My vlogs, you might disagree, I've actually not watched any of the vlogs back, so I don't actually really know, but for me, I didn't notice any difference in the vlogs getting better from day 1 to day 100, and so the video views percentage-wise has stayed the same. If you disagree with me, please let me know, but I've never watched any of them back. What I probably will do now is go back and watch some of the first ones. It'll be quite good to look back on what I was doing 100 days ago. So that's kind of the data that I've learned. If you've got any other questions around that, you can feel free to comment on this video or PM me and I'll reply. Things I've learned personally, I've definitely become a lot more confident on camera. Facebook Live is something I would have never done 100 days ago. Well, I would have, but I wouldn't have been comfortable doing it. I feel like I've become a lot more braver with the types of content that I'm posting as well, rather than just maybe creating mundane content. I feel like I've got the confidence now to basically speak about what I want to talk about. Obviously not swearing for mum. And I guess that comes a lot with, I guess over the last 100 days become a lot more self-aware of creating the content, but also the people that I'm creating the content for. So I've been doing a lot of work with my website guys, branding people, and various other people to kind of nail down who my target customer is, what we're trying to achieve with the business, the vision. And I think creating this video every day has given me a bit of awareness around that and has allowed me to become a lot more braver with the content and a lot more confident on camera and creating my content too. I think my voice is going. One of the most interesting things I've learned personally is that having to create a vlog every single day forces you to be creative. It forces you to create something. Even on the days where you're feeling rubbish or you're busy or you feel like you don't really want to do it, it forces you to do it. You have to create a piece of content, even if it's a short 20-second video to say you're really busy. Like the day my brother got married, it was like a 10-second video, but it still forced me to get into the mindset of creating something. And it's good discipline. To have the discipline to create something every single day is really good, to make sure it's in your calendar, in your to-do list, and to actually then go ahead and take the action. Because there's plenty of days where I was not up for creating a video, I had nothing to really speak about, but I had to come up with something, I had to create something and get it out there. Another thing I've learned is a kind of Gary Vaynerchuk tip about documenting over creating. I found that the videos where I've documented my journey as opposed to teaching people about Facebook ads or about something that I do in the business have been a lot more, they've been a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? People have engaged with them a lot more. So I think people, I can't get away from the fact I'm a young guy, but and a lot of people would try and shy away from that and think that it means inexperience. I think a lot of people warm to me for the fact that I am young and they can watch my journey. So documenting definitely works. Gary Vaynerchuk's right with that, I believe. Another quick thing, the giveaway, Ben, who's on the page, I gave away a book, that worked really well. Got quite a lot of messages from that and started a few conversations with people. All the time you get people that come out who you don't think are watching your videos and try to get a freebie, but it started some good conversations. So that was something that I'll probably look to do again going forward. So just talking about going back to the discipline thing, there was on my brother's stag do, it was 4 in the morning, I was lying in bed and I realised I hadn't posted a video, but I've still managed to get a video out. I just posted a quick one of us go-karting, but it was that's the commitment that it takes to do one of these experiments. So things I'd do next time to, if I was to do 100 vlogs again, or if someone else was going to do it, or just some lessons I've learned in creating consistent content over time, I would probably take a lot more time beforehand to structure what I was going to do and have a bit more of a plan, rather than doing like the 4 AM upload or on days where you've got really nothing to talk about and you're thinking what you're going to share, which means it makes it almost become a thing of you're just sharing something for the point of sharing it rather than to create value. I would probably have a bit more structure, so I'd probably maybe block out a certain time every day to create a video. I'd probably plan my videos in advance, which would avoid me having to talk about things randomly. And then another thing I would do, I mean, this was slightly different because I wanted to be a bit more of a controlled experiment, and I never had the intentions of promoting all the videos, but I would actually just go and actually promote the content that I uploaded rather than just leaving it. So all the videos were uploaded to Facebook and they were uploaded to YouTube. A couple of them I tweeted out, a couple of them I put on LinkedIn, a couple of them I boosted. But other than that, it was all organic, and I didn't really do any distribution or any promotion of them at all. That was kind of a conscious choice at the beginning, because I wanted it to be a totally kind of organic thing, an experiment to see kind of how my page would grow and the reach, etc., and how it affected the Facebook algorithm. But now that I totally understand the thing about distribution and how you should spend more time distributing content than actually creating it, I would certainly take more time to promote the content that I created. Whether that's Facebook ads, whether that's putting it out on Twitter more often, whether that's just being a bit more structured, just having a bit more plan to it, having a distribution plan for each video, maybe getting my VA to go and do it because I didn't have the time to do it, that kind of idea. But just making sure, just got your comment, Ben, just making sure I had a bit more structure and a bit more of a plan to that. To answer your question, Ben, I'm just going to jump on to the next steps in a minute, and then that'll be me finishing off. One last thing I would do if I was to do it again would just be a focus a little bit more on the quality of the video. Again, I always said it was going to be picking up my phone, speaking into it and posting it. I wasn't going to care about editing. I wasn't going to care about the quality. I think if I was to do it again, I would focus a little bit more on the quality in terms of sometimes when I left it late to do the vlog, I'd be doing it in the dark, and the audio was probably rubbish because I was outside. You probably couldn't see my face, and although it's never meant to be edited in high quality, I think it's important to maybe have a certain level of quality there, and that just comes back down to having a bit of a structure and a bit of a plan. So the most important thing then, I guess, for what I do next time is just having a bit more structure, a bit more plan, rather than on the Wednesday or the Thursday, whenever it was. I think it was a Thursday I said, right, I'm going to do 100 vlogs in 100 days, and then on the Monday I started. So I would give it a bit more time and have a bit more structure for that. So next steps, Ben, can you tell us any more about your next project? My next project, I'm actually going to take a couple of days or maybe a week or so away from creating content on this page, just to, so the daily vlog ends today, just to, I need to figure out what I want to do with this page in terms of the types of content I'm going to share. I think what I'll probably do in the meantime is create 2 or 3 videos a week. I'll probably do a Facebook Live once a week, maybe answering questions and then filling in with valuable articles and the kind of usual stuff. But in terms of just now, I'm going to take a couple of weeks off, or maybe a week off or so, to kind of find my bearings, find out what I want to do with this page. And then in terms of the next project, I hadn't actually thought of another experiment to try, but that's a good question, Ben. I'll think of another experiment to try and I'll go do it, whether it's relating to this Facebook page, whether it's relating to the business, or whether it's just something random like asking 100 strangers a random question. So if you've got any suggestions on funny things you'd like me to try, or things that you're interested in, any experiments that you'd like me to do, feel free to comment, feel free to send me a message, and I'll do my best to do them. But I'm a massive fan of setting stupid challenges or experiments and then go and doing them, so more than happy to take any recommendations or suggestions there. And then just to finish off, I'd just like lastly to say thank you to everybody that's supported 100 vlogs, everyone that's liked the page, everyone that's liked the videos I've done, commented on the videos I've done, whether they've actually liked it or they've just done it as support, whether they've even watched it. I'm not pretending this is like a huge kind of thing that I've done. It's, in the grand scheme of things, it's pretty small. I've just made a couple video every day, but the comments and the likes and even the messages from people that I speak to in real life where they've watched them and they've kind of commended it, yeah, really appreciate it. It kept me going on the rubbishy days, but just want to say thank you very much. And that's me. Thanks for joining on my first Facebook Live. It's been a pleasure. 20 minutes, that's kind of what I was aiming for. As I say, any questions, any suggestions for the next challenge, drop me a message, drop me a comment. And unfortunately, I can't say I'll see you tomorrow, but I'll see you maybe next week. Bye, guys.